welcome to my channel, I'm Moon. In today's video, I want to talk about a topic that I care about deeply, which is personal finance, or to be more specific, how I actually spend my monthly salary in Finland. The first thing I want to talk about is how my mindset changed about spending money. I've been following this strategy called Pay Yourself First for the last 6 years. Basically, since I entered the workforce and I had to learn how to manage my money. A lot of people, they will spend their money on all the necessary expenses, all the bills, everything. And at the end of the month, whatever is left would be going into their savings. But for me, I do the exact opposite. The moment that my salary reaches my account, I would put away usually a fixed amount for saving and investing. That money is gone. I don't negotiate with it, I don't touch it. I don't save what is left, I spend what is left after this. For me, it has been a very powerful mindset and money spending framework, because thanks to this, I have achieved quite a lot of my financial goals. And with this lifestyle, it really helps me feel secure in my finances. After money is saved and safely put away, let's talk about fixed expenses. Every month I have a few recurring fixed expenses. First, and also the biggest expense would be the mortgage. My partner and I own an apartment in Helsinki. So every month we pay a somewhat fixed amount to the bank, depending on Euribor and the interest rate, of course. That is automatically deducted from my bank account anyways. So yeah, that is the biggest one. And after that, of course, there will be utilities and housing management fee, because I live in an apartment. So that money is also somewhat fixed, because our utilities include water, which is 20 euros per person, and at the end of the year, if you spend less water than the fixed amount, we're gonna get a refund from the housing association. The second utility expense would be internet, but my fiance, he works from home and his company pays for his internet connection, so I kind of also get to use that for free. The third expense in utility would be electricity. We usually always pick the fixed price for electricity. I don't know if you know, but in Finland there are like these two systems. One is spot price, so it means the prices fluctuate. Sometimes electricity could be so cheap that it goes below zero. But sometimes, for example, recently, when Finland is in a very deep cold period and there's basically no wind at all, then the electricity prices have been really high. In the past few years I have lived here in Finland, we always choose the fixed price electricity. It might be a little bit more expensive in some period, but it also means that we never have to eat our dinner under candlelight, because the prices are quite stable. Anyways, I might have gone a little bit too deep into the utilities. The idea is that these costs are quite stable. So that's why every month I also put out a same amount for these utilities and housing management costs. Next up, that would be transportation. In Helsinki, the main transportation provider is HSL. They cover buses, metro, trains, trams, even ferry to Suomenlinna Island. Right now, because I'm doing my master's at Aalto University, I'm paying the student price which is quite affordable actually. I think it is about 44 euros per month. So that is also kind of fixed. In the utility part, I forgot to talk about another recurring expense, which is the phone bill. But luckily, where I'm working as a software engineer, the phone bill is covered by the employer, so I don't really have to pay for it. Another cost that I should mention is insurance. In Finland, it's important that you get at least home insurance. We got ours for I think about 200 euros per year, so that would be about 20 euros per month, a little bit less than that. And if we split by two, then about 10 euros per month for home insurance. For health insurance, because I work at a pretty good company, they offer occupational health care as well as private healthcare. It means that I can go to any clinic and the health insurance from work also cover that. So that's why I don't buy a separate health insurance. And the health care system in Finland is pretty good, I would say. You pay a little bit of something for every visit to the doctor or the dentist. And there's a threshold per year, so if you reach that threshold, the rest of the cost is covered, as far as I understand. But I do buy another kind of insurance, and I recommend everyone to do it as well, and that is travel insurance. Because I travel quite a lot. Every year, at least one long flight back to Vietnam, my home country, to visit my family. That's why I think travel insurance is so worth it, and it's a necessary expense. So now we've got the fixed expenses covered. The next unavoidable cost is food and groceries, because we gotta eat. This cost is not fixed for me, but every month it would be more or less about the same. For groceries, I believe I spend about 200 to 300 euros per month. And for eating out, there'll be another 100 or 200 euros on top. Can I save on this? Definitely. These days, I actually try to make an effort to bring my own lunch to work, for example. Let's see how far or how long that will last. A very important part of my monthly personal finance is saving and investing, as I mentioned, like way back in the beginning of this video. Remember the money where I pay myself first that I put away? For the saving part, I believe that everyone should have an emergency fund that could cover the living expenses for at least 3 months, ideally 6 months. Even though Finland has a very good social security system, I believe when people get laid off or get sick, it still takes a while to get the support money from Kela. So I strongly believe that this emergency fund would come in handy when unexpected things in life happens, and they almost always do. So I keep an emergency fund. It's an amount that I'm comfortable with, and it really helps me sleep better at night. For investing, I chose a boring strategy. I invest mostly in index fund. From time to time, I also buy some crypto, some fun stocks, but they definitely don't take the big part of my portfolio. I believe investing is not and should not be complicated, and anyone can do it. You can see here, this is my return after 5 or 6 years. I started investing in 2020, basically a few months after I started working and having my first full-time job, and I've been doing it ever since. Finally, so far, all of my money spending sounds so robotic and boring, but believe it or not, I also have things in life that I enjoy. I have hobbies. I really like food, and I used to like bubble tea a lot. Nowadays, I try to cut down because the caffeine in the tea keeps me awake at night. Anyways, remember what I said in the beginning about pay yourself first. I spent the leftover money, so whatever that I have left after all of these expenses that I just told you about, this is my fun money. This is the money that I can spend guilt-free on anything that I like. I have simple hobbies, so sometimes I spend this on my hobbies like dancing, going to play different sports, concerts, or just saving up for traveling. And I believe that saving alone is great, but it's not enough for a good life. I used to try to save every penny I could, and then I read this book, Die with Zero, and it really changed the way I look at spending money and living my life, especially when I'm young. As you can see, I am really into personal finance. I could talk about this for hours. So if you like this video, give me a like, please. Consider subscribing to my channel. This is very young and new channel. But I will come back with more videos about life in Finland, life as a woman in tech, more about personal finance, or just anything around that seems remotely interesting enough for me to make a video about. Thank you if you're watching until here, and see you soon. Bye. My first video ever where I sit in front of a camera and talk to it. And this time I'm actually gonna upload this video. So, wish me luck.